Tuesday the 7th of February, we're talking about the gymnastics conditioning that we have. This is not necessarily scaled in a way where the stimulus has to be the same for elite, RX and intermediate, but more so scaled on what type of test will be given to you if you're at a competition. So try to base your scaling off the level that you are currently competing at. You should be able to move through these sets. It's going to be challenging. It's quite a lot of volume of the different movements, and all the movements take away from each other, but you should be able to move through in very close to unbroken sets, or with very small effective breaks. You shouldn't be hitting failure during these sets. You've probably either gone too hard or you're using a too high a scale if you're going all the way to failure, because you still have one-to-one rest, so it should be a decent rest time to keep the intensity high. There's not too much difference between the elite and the RX as usual, just a little bit lower volume but using the same movements. The main difference I would say is that the bar muscle-ups is in half, and that is just getting you up on the bar and getting you through that one set quicker, whereas the elite athletes, those 8-bar muscle-ups is going to be very challenging to hit unbroken. You may need one quick break, but try to push unbroken if you can. The main difference comes from the intermediate, where you can go to the kipping handstand push-up variation, you have the wall walks or the handstand walk, and then you have the jumping or the regular bar muscle-ups. With the handstand walk, if that's a skill that you kind of can do but are not quite there yet, maybe use a few of these rounds to practice that movement. So set out the 5 meters still, kick up 1 or 2 times and try and get some handstand walk in, and if it's really not happening, move to the wall. But if you don't at least try and give yourself a bit of a push to get that movement done, it's going to be difficult to ever get there. So try and focus on getting the handstand walk at least a few attempts in, and then move to the wall walks. If, for example, you manage to get 2.5 meters of the handstand walk, then if you did that in 1 attempt, then you can kick up and go again. But if that was 3 or 4 attempts to get 2.5 meters, then just move on to the next exercise. Don't then go and do an additional 3 wall walks. So if you get it straight away, you can kick back up and try again. But if it took you multiple attempts to get some handstand walk, then move on, and don't spend too much time on the same movement. Otherwise the intensity will go really, really low, and the rest time will also go too long.